What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to review Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 4. You guys told me when I woke up today, or yesterday, actually, I'm recording this video a day early. When I woke up, everybody was saying, you need to watch this episode. It's incredible. All this good stuff gets my, excitement pumping, right? The blood pumping through my veins. And then I watched it, and my dear God, it was very, very good. Obviously, I think a big part of this is talking about John Walker and the kind of human being he is. I really like how they handled it because yes, I think we all hate him, right? At least I hate him. I think a fair majority of people probably don't like him, and I like the kind of subtle build of his character and personality versus even the two that we have, right? Sam and Bucky. Now, while Bucky already is kind of like a super soldier and he didn't really have a choice, and he doesn't have a choice now in terms of who he is in that way, right? Just being super powerful. I love when Zemo asked Sam, like, if you had a chance, would you take it? And he said no. Immediately, he said no. And then when, Walker's friend was asking him, would you, or actually Walker asked him, would you take it? They immediately said yes. So I love that kind of contrast between this is what they think it kind of means to be powerful. At the same time, they have, I would say, the right mentality behind it where it's like, well, being really strong, being powerful, it should just amplify who you already are. Now, the problem is John Walker is not a stable, good person, okay? Because, yeah, it does just make you, I would say, an amplified version of yourself, but the issue is he's not a good person really to begin with. So I liked, obviously a big part of the episode was a lot of action. There was a lot of, I wouldn't even say tension, because I think things generally went pretty smooth, although, like, when Zemo confronted Carly and there was all that, situation, he's destroying all the vials and he gets hit in the head, and Walker picks it up. I mean, there's some tension there, but a lot of the episode was built on action when, like, Wakanda Warriors, or when they had that fight scene, and it was really good. I mean, we continue to just get really nicely done fight scenes. Like, things continue to look nice. I think the back and forth, especially again between Sam, Bucky, and Zemo, those three they need to make like Jimmy Woo and even Darcy in WandaVision. You're like, you need to make a spin-off show of that. If you made another spin-off show off of Falcon and Winter Soldier and you just had it be those three for that spin, you had like Falcon, Winter Soldier, and then Zemo, and that's like season 2. That would be really cool. I mean, they just have a really amazing chemistry that I didn't really expect or even think about, like, leading into this whole thing. But my God, they're crushing it, and the comedy is there still. It's kind of there, it's kind of not there. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses. Although in these last couple episodes, they've definitely been hitting a whole lot more often. But yeah, you focus on the action, but then you also have that kind of subtle story building where it's like, okay, you could see throughout the episode, like, Walker's just being beaten by literally everybody, and he makes a note of it, right? And you can tell, like, this is what's going to lead him to take the serum, basically. It's that, he's literally being beaten by people that don't have superpowers. Now, that's kind of undervaluing, right, the Wakanda Warriors. Basically, they're very, very talented, very strong, very powerful. He's kind of just saying, well, they don't have superpowers, and I'm still losing to them, so that's obviously an issue. But you see how he could get there. And then obviously the whole, the last, I'd say, like 2 minutes of the episode, maybe 2-3 minutes of the episode, obviously was quite insane. His friend dying, and then him bashing, Carly's basically, her next in command to death, and everybody kind of watching. And it's like that, obviously it's got that shock value right there, and you get to see the reaction of her, you get to see the reaction of Bucky and Sam, but then you also get to see, you also have to think about what that means to, like, the legacy of Captain America, right? Like, these people are taking pictures, and these people all look up to him because they all know him, and they're literally watching Captain America with that shield, which I know upset my wife and definitely upsets me too. That shield does have value. That shield does have like a legacy to it, and he used it to bash to death this person. Which, did he deserve to go to prison? Did he deserve, certain things because of bad stuff he did? Yes, so he deserved to be basically openly executed in front of everybody with a shield, just like, pounding, on him over and over again. No. And that, that sends that it kind of taints the shield, right? And then again, you have that kind of thing building in the background too, where it's like, dang it, like that Steve Rogers leaving that behind, and then the whole thing with Sam, which we still don't really understand the reason. I'm sure we'll get there of why specifically, literally the actual reason or the moment when he put it down and he said, I'm not doing it, right? And so that kind of builds that as well, where it's like, it never should have gotten to get, it never should have been passed along to John Walker. Now that it is, this is kind of what you're dealt with. And now obviously he becomes a major threat going forward. But the show's good. The show's good. I still stand by the first 2 episodes are pretty darn bad. I don't like the first 2 episodes. I've said that before. Episode 3 was that turnaround point for me. I absolutely loved it. And episode 4, same thing. I mean, this episode, I think, easily got better than it was, or I guess was better than episode 3. So they're on the right track. We got 2 episodes left. Episode 5, from what I saw, seems to be the longest episode. It's going to be 61 minutes, I believe I saw on Twitter. So we're in for a really, I'd say, wild ride the next 2 episodes. And we're now at a point where it's like I actually kind of don't want it to end, which I think is a good signal of a TV show, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, now you got your feet underneath you. You only got 2 episodes left now, though, so we can only really enjoy it for a couple more weeks. We'll have to see how they end it. That was the thing with and maybe we can talk about that as the weeks go on. WandaVision built stuff up too, and I absolutely adored that show, literally every single episode. And then that final episode, even to me was a letdown. It wasn't like a catastrophic meltdown where like I hate the entire series because of it, but I think it was just not as good as I thought it could have been. I think that was the case in large respects of everybody. So we'll have to see if they can nail the landing, I guess the ending of this show, right? But they got one more middle. This is the penultimate episode, and then we have the finale in 2 weeks. So let me know, guys, what you think in the comments below. What were some of the pros? Like I can't really think of any cons. Again, I don't. They didn't even try that much comedy, and I'd say what they did was pretty darn solid. So I think they landed most things in this episode as opposed to, again, episode 1 and 2, which was more uneven. It wasn't all bad, but it was definitely an uneven show, I'd say, until last episode. And then this episode just continued to, I guess, heighten everything, right? So let me know what you guys think. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day. And so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.